Sawochi Konkoya Natrasa Samaba Na Sawochi Konkoya Natrasa Samaba.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away. Let's the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away.
God is our fighter. God is our fighter. Today. God is our fighter. God is our fighter. God is our fighter.
What did you say Vomawa described the court again?
So Vomawa is saying that the court is a kangaroo court. According to him, the court has failed to deliver its mandate as expected to be done. This was during the time when the judge sitting on the case was trying to tell the defense counsel that its jurisdiction has to do only with denying bail, but cannot grant bail as pleaded for in the earlier rulings of the court. So with this, Vomawa blurted out and said that the bench has lost its glory to deliver its mandate, its glory to ensure that it is given a fair ruling. So the denial of him a bail indicates that the court has lost its glory, describing the Ashaiman District Court as a kangaroo court. So this is what happened, and then the judge ordered that Vomawa will be taken out of the courtroom and be sent back to the prisons. Now, the judge indicated that this is the second time that Bomawo has displayed gross disrespect to the bench. And anytime Bomawo comes to court and he's not invited to speak, he just enter into the conversation between the judge and the defense counsel and then make statements when he has not been asked to make statements. And to this, the court sees it as very disrespectful and so had to take Bomawo out of the courtroom.
Sight.
Rise, O freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise, O freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away. Let's the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise, O freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away.
Traditionally, culturally, our system endorses corruption. Look at all our proverbs. Osechi nyoda hona tafre. Enibo ekotrim. Osechi nyoda osechi be nyoda this on sayem. Dia batabu ani twa kana. Esene katrema boko. No one says on them. Obi pade akokotokwa enye na bro. Are these not corrupt proverbs?
Semi-edika, inabeka, miaro, miara, endo, miaro, miara, ejumeidia, inabeye, miaro, miara, endo, miaro, miara, obredibo, inabebo, miaro, miara, endo, miaro, miara, Semi besini kwemba miara. Semi miara. Semi besini kwemba miara. Semi besini kwemba miara. Obrai besini kwemba miara. Miara. Endo miara. Semi besini kwemba miara. Semi miara. Sina besini kwemba miara. Sina besini kwemba miara. Obrai besini kwemba miara. Miara. Endo miara.
Yes, of course. Welcome. Indeed. The name, of course, is Dr. Ren. Today is a sad day for Ghana. The country that we pride ourselves as the beacon and hope for the black race. Things are falling apart under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. A man that when we were growing up, we grew up to know that he was a human rights activist. A man that when we were growing up, by virtue of mentioning his name, we thought that he stood for freedom of speech. Today, it's a very sad day that once you speak, your freedom is not guaranteed anymore. I welcome you all to this program. My name, of course, is Dr. Ren, where I speak truth to power. This is the only show that I educate, illuminate, inspire the Ghanaian who follows me to become a leader and a leader to become an agent of change. Krobia Sante Kotoko this year, Nemie. Krobia Zama Kotoko this year, Nemie. Obo Asamangama Busia dia, a numna be free. Sansu na Oka Santime Munso or Yoko Busiana Mebo. Runti mean since you na maham. The Kasa made me say Mebo, and I'm a Kasa. Mechra Margaret, and also interest Yansen Yina Henny enemy, Debbie. Wow, what me no so. Udiminyansa. I'm very, very privileged. Say what Jimmy. Now, Babe Tia Menumasem, a freedom fighters, and it fix the country in some more acoswo. It must a malboom for me, name Yabutre. Sir, and any a die, the kind of wash me on subscribing YouTube now, but more than I. Also, a friend is saying, a Dana Dikaya wo and shame when me Facebook, a bonnet and a comment, not share video, no. Nah, young question in Ninko. Minchia, a year Roberta or Mary. Aminchia, a year John Kumsen, or by Ache, Evelyn, if Yanswa, Ajwa, Usmanu, and so Asana Umar, Mohammed, and so Sweet na, Dale, and so our Felicia, and an Anakwame, Abebiu, and so Ewa say Sansona, Berry Kisu, Ewa, Raf Mohammed, and so Ewa, Dinah, and so Ewa, Efia, and so I say, Ebusia. Baby, I have a bedroom or my Ghana, Demono. Yenuya Shatawali. Esi yen country Ghana for you answer arise Ghana youth. Edum Pempen Sobia, you don't need people to tell you to rise for your country. No. You need to assess yourself. You need to start asking yourself the question, said, how come my country Ghana, gold, diamond, bauxite, manganese, all the natural resources, Saudumankuma, added doom, yen to me fancy, chrono, yen to me fa, Emma, say a best a crony, not that chibin ye manamo, and conquer young qua, and will be mine. And then, what a year Ukraine invasion in Sensem, led by Putin from Russia. One who say in Yanamo, a year Ukraine. One more bread, a mutual quenching, every do border, and son of Mutimi air travel be a year Romania, and yet easy. Tis what is a freedom fighters and now fix the country. Yet, Tiamusem paying for them fix the country. No, then ya be say yen paying for be one to quack, there be in obedient to quack. Yen talk one in say, let us kick a year malaria out of the country. At the end of the malaria, but a year fin. President Akufo-Addo assured us that within the 18 months of his administration, he was going to make Ghana the most cleanest city in Africa. 18 months upon, Ghana is still not the cleanest city in Africa. And Keye Krobi Swanka by now will resign by virtue so can't somewhere in this. But anyway, I'm giving you the chronology, maybe a free buy a so that when you are watching my video, you have the understanding. Yenuya Oliver, Yachino at gunpoint, he was abducted from the airport. Yenichi Kramantem Yina, they come out a year, a papabi a friend on a year kennel, ya born or papanim by these gunmen. Ye really Yenichi Kramantem one, ye really dampon to a Ashaman police station. After 48 hours, he was supposed to be granted bail. That is what the Constitution of Ghana says. The laws of Ghana no ekachre and says within the law no within 48 hours no yan granting bail. 48 hours eson yan granting bail. What was his charge within the 48 hours? His charge within the 48 hours no said yes misdemeanor, misconduct. Wako kan sembi ayenka nti wanka ne ye. Eno nti ensenke gina so. Near man, ya granting bail. Na court, a young Musa, some now kind of a one dinner swoby or betting I want to mean yet. Na dientino they can yet because court no, I will the court over there no, it's not there to say a now. Court was meradia ma women. It is because of human nature and he set the court system. Into Babru Chia and Sanya Duba to Fiasino. na emrano anasa court emrano enwa kotena court mu ne yebobo wano ne yedietie wunsam ne yahwese nsam na ewo mu na waka no wobetimi aye wuntimi nye wudi for wundi for ansa na court bebua wo for a wow 48 hours minue yam grant yamani bail. The court deliberately denied him bail, led by a your friend is IGP Dampare. Or no, say, now they are born again. Yamani bail, Yabono. The human right has been what? Yamfanyasem. And all these things are happening under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. You see, the coat of arms. This is the coat of arms. Underneath the coat of arms, it says freedom and justice. That is what the coat of arms is. It said, God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong. Bold to defend forever and ever. So when you look at a friend is the coat of arms now, underneath, you see freedom and justice. Now, where is the justice for our brother Oliver? Where is the justice? Why are we not allowing the rule of law to work? Why has professionals, judges, allowing themselves to be manipulated and controlled by politicians? You see, what happened today at the court, yesterday, Oliver was supposed to be granted bail today. According to the police, informed pay info amoni edi nkomoni nyina no kra no mo wadwiri wo mo. Me ne onka say ye dia police fofofro and ye dey omu free different part of a particular region bi and ye dey omu ba and omu hwe Oliver so. Oliver ye nyina ye nim say by virtue of his surname or a Voltarian. Is it because it's all a Voltarian in Tina ye tete the sanana? Is it because? Don't you are trying to go on a tribal lines, but let us go there because we need to ask questions. Oliver Esorika said, "Yam petition a year or Mampeini Akufo-Addo. Na yam mobadian yenyi Jane Mensa free na konya na woteso no because ye nuanoma was Sancho Kofi Akpafu Likpe Lolobi woman representative our parliament." And the woman say Oliver has become a political prisoner. Because the Fixthecountry conveners, I mean, Dr. Remy can be freedom fighters, you can be because we want to say democracy. And then you see, because Oliver, Kase, yam petition, a petition, a chief justice, Nayamodiana, Jane Mensa. And you know, yeah, got to a bar, yen from Sancho Kofi Akpafu, Likpe, Lolobi, woman representative in Tinkophobia, so mutikwa pai, woman tias, yes, the youth are challenging the laws of the country. The youth, so they are not happy because of that. No crowd, ni papa, ni wine. Ofri ebusuya ben wobo ye die ni ye kasan nkofo ne de komutimi ka bia na. This is the questions a lot of people are asking. Enti enya wanwase ye bekwa do court dem na pe eye court judge no wote asem no so wodi asem no e be ka kire se woni tumi so be grant nipa ne bail na mo tumi so de nipa ne be akokoto yourselves woni tumi o be grant ne bail but wo tumi ya obetimi de nipa na akoto cells. In the first place, you must judge and say, I'm not first time we didn't buy your castle when it to me, near Fanny High Court. No, I didn't know some man who can see and some funny patron one some brand court. And you need neighbor the court. Are we treating Oliver as a political prisoner now? Because Oliver wants the system to work. And so he is demanding for accountability. It was system in him. Say, pray, the justices will work. The rule of law will work. And you heard the statement of truth, the position statement. You heard the chronology of this case. And that judge, na judge, wako suadie. Na unim set ni pano. Within 48 hours, ye mano. A friend is saying, "Gratin ni bela." And you can see a sudden got to a year. Your friend is saying, "Cells be." The judge knows all these things, but we're going to so. This is the MPP. You see, woman, the woman, woman, the Kabima in Kebi, and almost stand it. Woman, ask yes, so many Kabima in Kebi, by you. Woman, ask yes, and a Kwame and Kumaye will be a no one G Kabima in Kebi into, but under them. Woman, ask yes, they are the voice for the voiceless. And then let us ask ourselves. Yakofa police for Robin, you don't mabagu. I am a Shaman police station. Sasani a Tibian Titi Abrantiano. But I am no Cassie. DWTV for Omati freedom fighters yanka. DWTV for to fix the country for Nka. Me see. You see a Kora. One man ne mamenda. Ben to answer mpane toda. Na so opeyini fi so bebo akwada abroad ya akwara beje ne poma afiri ne nsem na saade asa na so opese wo kopa baabi ejojo no ho a obebusa se na mepoma no ho na afa mepoma no ene na ezbanfo beka se wa ne aba mepoma ne wa ne aba mepoma akokora emre ne bedu o behia sa abranche de wo poma ne be ma no de anante sa emre na abranche no wagi wo poma ne firi nsem. Why are we not allowing the laws of the country to work? Is it because Oliver is a Voltairean, so we have to treat him like that? Is it because Oliver is a Voltairean? So by virtue, so you're Voltairean, yet the making sure say the rule of law, no, him says, when you say it, somebody will sit down and say, "Oh, Dr. Ren, don't play the tribal politics. Let us play it because we are being led by people who do not have respect for other tribes. Let us play it." Nobody is calling for any tribal war. I'll be the last person on this earth. I pride myself as a black man who I believe that there is nothing good about war and that everything should be jaw instead of war. But the truth has to be told. Yakotu waba Sancho Kofi Akpafuli Pelolobi woman representative of parliament. Yankobu se unsenke kotu waba no. Ana anya enhia so anasi a friend is saying bantama ana menhia ye koto ye ne say o man panyini bi o woso si wono de oyandisi ni wo ma menhia fo nto aba ni bia enkenimu ma ana yindimade a kebeto e wo kan but ye so okoto de ne bodwe ye nyankere de ono de onya aboa okoto de ne bodwe o ye nyankere de. You see, everything clearly shows that the president Akufo-Addo does not believe in the rule of law. And he has surrounded himself with people who do not believe in the rule of law. And that is the truth. What you are experiencing, every Abeka say, "Ene de Oliver, would you found Yatias here. Sounds Namuka said. Banking sector in some way can inform and you see the number of people on Mutifia banking sector you gunwa and Omutifi Omejuma say you taught to send them farm. You can't fix the country, I mean that is the only solution. Nationalism, patriotism is the only solution to help our country. That is the only solution. In unity. In unity, we stand. United, we stand. Divided, we fall. So without unity for us to fight for one common cause, which is fix the country, my brother. And the MPP, Will you have the temerity to speak out? Will you be bold to demand accountability? So what should be a kotu abana nya MPP na NDC? Na yesi ya nhwema nhia so fo nto aba. Would you have the guts to question? Would you? A question, maybe, sir. And it's one of the saddest days of shame for our country, Ghana. The people that are leading us, they don't believe in the freedom of speech. Those that are leading us today are men who do not want to be responsible fathers. I have told you, and I'll keep saying it. You see, I'm not. Let me just play a little bit of the devil or the young crowd. Let me divert a little bit, or let me say prestissimo, which means as quickly as possible. Let me say this. I have heard a lot of people making comment or running commentary about Europe, Russia, Ukraine, oh, and America for say crew, and I'm count on me say, and the papa near friend puts no, some papa, and let me tell you something. As a black man, I mean, kind of credential. Obroni doesn't care about you. I mean, kind of credential. Obroni. Kakrebi to say Great Britain. Woman care. The rest, woman care. You need to care for yourselves. If your leaders cannot even demand, a friend is saying better things for you, do you think so? Obroni or no baby and tokwaba ni kuromwa ne man obeso de ne ma ekobua eye baby no mo to wo no na sebio wo mo protect wo who tuntum no bedwene wo. Don't blame them when that time comes. Don't blame them when the train will come and then will leave the black people behind. Do not blame them. Blame your fucking leaders. Forgive me for using such a French word. Edit it. And then who buy and when you to edit that part. Forgive me. And now whom never can't ask and Dr. Red. And an whom be on bar. I am some way I can and yet for free me. But in some child say, blame your stupid leaders who instead of allowing themselves to be more responsible and sacrifice for our great nation so that we can also be given the needed respect outside our country. Blame your leaders. And one of the typical examples is what is happening to our brother Oliver. And people are watching as if they don't care. And people don't want to talk. People don't want to speak. Oliver is fighting for the false system of government, Ghana, to work. And you think it's a joke? You think, sir, what he's doing, is something that is funny? He's fighting for our unborn children. How many times now we know someone? You do court, conabra. We know assassin was someone called. You do court a conabra. How many times? And so, kasi at this wo to UK. We know court in someone who go file ye timtima you a better crown what to was ye church the new mem yen tete yen for help sana to America sana to Canada. And so kura wo free mu ba here. It treats that they were a and then look at what has happened to our brother. The court, the judge, I would name no correct, denying him bail. It is a what is young animal, but who's a media phobia, the fast story, no, and almost say a kangaroo court, and Oliver, I don't know money case I had then, sir. Now a kangaroo court, and someone can. How do you want my brother to describe the court? Tell me. Say court. I wouldn't even say. Wouldn't ya want dinner? I would me bet me a judge case we also chinchini and some fast case with some fambrel. And then I would judge no names a case but two when one more body can't friend say will register for said no court case with you case where the mintimindi and to moon sending a friend saying a letter and farmer the parties involved. Namun can't show almost say, one more than finding another different courts, no more fanco. And I hear something free with court. Who himself some moon timindi also say, my chisel international. Now, I'm say, wouldn't you? Wajia, what national see and some for the according to cells for 2 weeks. No, then a kangaroo quarter. Na dear baby. Yebisa. Say kangaroo quarter, and dear baby. Because somebody wants to show freedom fighters and fix the country where power lies. The same thing abronya can ask me be when I'm more free, you can be so and abronya some now. Abronya some the crowd kind of crop body. Who? One will be a no. Or say Mahama. I know your man penny. Any Oliver, any Bopo. Or say Mahama crowd will Tiesika crowd the man. Jana, ya face the country. No, will Tiesika my say, yeah, mamma, yes, save yourself, you've been to me from an uponka. Abronya the kind. And see a man kodemu, a yini babantin. Oliver at Asudem, yes, I call 1 month and walk on. 2 weeks, Wakaba, or say a call for another 2 weeks. And you so me back on 1 month. But you think, say, this particular case, no, say Sebio, no crepan ye di Juma, and Kaya Brown, craft 48 hours in Kofi. Sabon the Bimpon and Kevin sign point, Kevin sign, because you knew clearly. But today, I'm telling you, the people that are leading us, when you are crying, come with Chagana for being most they don't care. You see, if you ask now, I mean, can't say me, let's see me how you are. Before, I just want to show you something.
Traditionally, culturally, our system endorses corruption. Look at all our proverbs. On setting your down on Tafre, and you boy could trim. O see a chinyo da o se chibe yoda this on sayem dia batabu ani twa kana e se ne katrema boko no one say on them obi pade akokotokwa enya na bro are these not corrupt proverbs?
Mameka sembi enchrew let's see the pa, because you see it's about time I see it me explain yen ahwefo followers who have now turned into leaders. And leaders, your purpose in life is to become agent of change. If you're a leader and you are not an agent of a positive change, you are not a leader. You are a manipulator and you are a dictator. President Akufo-Addo is not a leader. He's a manipulator. He's a dictator. You see what we are going through this time? No, I mean, kind of cringe. What we are going through as a nation, as a country, what we are going through. It is a story now. What Bible no say maami bi wo ye. Na wo ye no. Ne ba den efri mu and wokofa wo bi ba ne ba. Now to cut the long story short, emra asem ko do ohene pon wa friend Solomon anim no. Solomon ye say yemfa akoda ne mra. O ka say yemfa akoda ne ba de akora ne ba. O ka say yentwa akoda ne yemfa ba ko maami ba ko no. Yemfa akoda ne mu emfa ma ba ko ne yemfa fanso ma ba ko. That ye. The enya ne ba no etiem ka say yes yentwa ne mu. The enya ne ba no asemo a wo kan ye no. O say ampa a judge fuwe a lawyer fuwe muntwa akoda ne enya ne ba. Sanka ye ne ba ko benya badaye akase da bi. But enya ne ba nti o say yentwa ne mu. Tiemi me be kan si asem bi so. The enya ne ba no uni masemo o kan. O say da bi. Ohene ye mentwa ne mu. Se maame ne say ne dia fama no. Owa abadaye because when him says ye twa ne ba ne mu a ne ba no ne ye kunu no ne ba na wu. Onyini mba mehunu nanim ontimi me adi udi emfa ne ma de wo ase ye nkunu because anyanya no owo irem owo ni da so bi se ekine bi akoda ne banyini ne wahunu ne bobre ana ne hyebre ana odi ne behunu woni ne bedi nkomo obe krokro no bagege ne so obe to chocolate bi tofi bi ama no obe ye ne yie because onim se eye ne yie mba ba de anya ne ba no osi ye nkonkoko ye nkone nkobo na bo ye mu bibere no ye te se maame no Me mu bebre no ete Ghana no yete sema. Sana abra ame ekufuado enna ban no wo motie. Enam so wo man wo mondwene wo man no wuye nti se mebunu no su ka se yensiesie kuro no bi a na omubu afu mebunu no ete kuro ni. Because wo mpe wo man ni. Because papa wo pe wo man ye de. Papa wo pe ni fie ye de. Se ne baka cha ne se that day, mame no bia no yendo do fie na fie no se bio awowo amba me ne nam grass ni na ntimi amba amba be ka owo bi a ne bone ne se se oba o ma obufu oba debi otie the freedom fighters fix the country convenience ye kan nyina na ye se ensiesie ekro no ye siesie a enya afa na adwo asafo be fa ne ma akotena America ekro no ye siesie a enya afa na baomia oyare etwewa obeba UK ababa be yi ne hwere mu twew debi obetena Ghana sanso na akoda sebio ebia ne maame anko school anane maame antumi enya bi ne wantumi amfa amboa na mre ndum pempenso bi wono nso ne ho yi ekere no ha opeko hospital na hospital ahwene yi with modern or state of art facilities or equipment our hospital entini senti na mebunu ye kasa face the country empemfo buefu ni senti the etienne say they are not responsible fathers. Every irresponsible father shy away from their responsibilities. And that is why when a judge sits, no one wanga sano, wayane wa obese wa sina dunipi set the ameba be yeni. Because in Ghana, no, say, how dare you question an older person? Umwadie, kaunitum, when you saw the akra, and painful kasa wu can be. And so what in America, what in Germany, what in France, what would the backgrounds? Hey, me mind you, me abro fuma. Umana omanim to say the omo yen kwada ntimi cancer muntia. Umana omanim tuntum say jabidie no ana from broni. Very inferiority people, inferiority complex. Or what the background so you broni. Very inferior. Inferiority complex. They don't even believe in their own. And that is the people who are leading us. They want the nation. So look at them. Anytime MPP Babetina Akunya Subiano, they be a no more Mabusia for Quabruchri, MPP ni and this. MPP ni and this anytime. No more people from the Babruchri. Menoka say, or Mampeyi Kasebi, every Ghana, Waba UK. Menoka say, or Mampeyi Kasebi, Waba. The Busia Forte. Busamu say, or Mampeyi he and our Prime Minister he and Womama, every UK at Ghana. Bobra Elko School. Yeah, Juma. Busamu. It tells you, say, the people that are leading us, they themselves, they don't know who they are. Very inferior-minded people. They always think, say, the only way for them to be acknowledged is when say Akosi Broni acknowledge you. And in Chombe you be to say Safu Kantanka etiwo, but enam say Enfree Obroni ntino ye mbona baso da because you Obroni akebe bona baso. But when you Obroni there, ono ne say ne wan ya be bona baso, obi amona baso. But ye twa am Obroni aba. Ye be bona baso. The inferior people leading us. You see, when people are leading you and they are inferior, they don't see the importance of who you are. They don't. So the court, then they know the truth, but they will ensure, say, now let me tell you something. You see, you have to understand one thing in life. That a country that laws do not work, the minds of the people don't work. I have said this and I'll repeat it again. Me say, a country where laws don't work, the minds of the people is dead. It doesn't work. I don't need a because where the laws works, conscience always comes alive. Anywhere you will travel to, laws and conscience is not alive. And until a krumha. And until Ghana, no, we met na kwa Korea banchi. They had na kwa 16 years. Judge in the best sentence, Obi man 9 years, 6 years. Obi Korea now, yes, Obi Korea, a parts of a friend say excavator. And the identity pakona ko 9 years. I'm just 6 as 9 years. And I'm able to say Professor Prempor Moa. We see Mubeka say, "Oh my excavator over 500 no. Omo den ya yamu." Na nse ya say papa bi ko wi sika ama ai Manasi Azure asebi odi bai. Afeye wi yes o no dey papa no abandoned for 10 years to hold public office. Yam for na nkwan kotumu. Obi an account, obi ye na 4,000 as a sign na ewo mu. O free akonya so na account, ye kwan ye investigation. Na millions of cedis and a one account. Ono eso onko free. Onko this can free. But mobi nko wi abanchi. Judge for no and no become says here. The conscience is dead. Where laws work, conscience comes alive. And that is what today we are seeing. That the laws of the country is not working. Because the so-called people that are leading us today, take it from me, Dr. Red. Me babru children be unu say sa omu ni hwe o ma bon me babru children betis me be unu say hey ankofo e ma dada ya chew sankofo e wo ma create some false image me for we to think say they are somebody meanwhile they are nobody. I'm telling you. Me babru children be unu say asma me na many we thought that they are people that are the elite, no. Sa na wo mo ye educated fools leading the nation to a ditch. Educated fools parading themselves as if said they know something. They said all that they know, they said they speak their fake accent, a British language, to come and deceive us. Because in that country, when you speak English, you are told, they said, you are clever. That is the only country when you are speaking your mother tongue. They will tell you, say, stop speaking vernacular. You are a bush person. Inferiority complex people will tell you, say, stop speaking your language. You are a bush person. I'm telling you something. We are by team. Let me tell you something. And I will say it again. You see, the principle of law is simple. When a law is created, conscience comes alive. Will be our lawyer, be our judge, be any principle of law. When a law is created, conscience comes alive. And to say, yamra, let us say, ya dinimun edda huntin yadi yamra. Ya yamra si yadi sisin kofo, ana yadi tating kofo, ana yadi uremunan kofo. That is not the purpose in tia yamra. Ya yamra mfe uremunan kofo. It is yadi mranwa. Yen ye ma yenu yadi uremuna olifadia. Na yamra. Then the judge what na kunya his conscience has not come alive. That is why it is a kangaroo court. Because when you run, and my brother will not keep mute because I know people are saying so. Yedina Ghana the Edinian Pachauni and Jao. No, that Ben ye be Yedinya Maya and Kukurafu. I take it for granted. Yeah, Yedinya, and we have not gotten anywhere. Look at how our people are being stranded in Ukraine. Look at how stranded our people are in Romania. Everywhere the black man is stranded. Everywhere the black man is shouting and crying. Why? With all the abundance of gold, diamond, bauxite, why must we always cry? Why? Because we have wicked men and women leading the nation. Inferior people leading us. Inferiority complex people leading us. I came to speak and tell you the truth. So look, if you know the principle of law, that when law is created, conscience comes alive. So where there is no law, there is no conscience. Today happens to be a sad day for Mother Ghana. That in our constitution and in the laws of Ghana, when a person is arrested, he is supposed to be granted bail. Why is our brother? Why are they refusing to give him bail? Then today, all that we understand is that he's a political prisoner. And that is the truth. Under Akufo-Addo, once you speak, they will arrest you. Under Akufo-Addo, even when you are in America, they will send Hobson Adoya and foolish Papun to go and search Trinidad so that they can deport him, because by virtue of being deported to Ghana, they know that Ghana is a hell. That is why whenever they get the chance to become MPs and ministers, the first thing they think about is to send their families outside the country. They send their families outside, and they leave you, the one that went to the poll, stood under the scorching sun, and you went out there to vote. As soon as you vote for them, they book their flight. They take their diplomatic passport. Or yakemla, you hear them. The next time you see them, America, aye, nine, pizza, can it be? They are in Italy eating pizza. If they are in America, they are there, ensuring themselves that they will eat some McDonald's. If they are in UK, then definitely be rest assured, English breakfast. Now, Shakwabrani nim, I had the contomere and a teteno, you had the banchi body and a teteno. Obedu a brochre, I would do English breakfast. Only a casacra no ye. Oh, yes. Because Sophie's in the near be. Yes, travel and see, ma when it be. But travel and see, Emma when it be, I don't just wipe him with you. TV, travel and see. Emma when you swear be a but then you'll be a the new idea. And I dream with you. And until go in the framing will be an annual cassa, which was an dream. It is not the eye that sees and the chest and pana ever dream. It is the mind which is what? Ready to learn. The mind which is ready to explore and ensure say the best will be fed to the brain. So that when you open your mouth and you speak, people you know say, people who identify you say, Abranti, we are walkers say, hey, with him answer. And until you kuma Ivan, Che, a bien and no cassa, who say, wow, Abranti cassa, then when him answer. And yet because said we're too quiet to do a bill. I'm not even sure Ivan is too quiet to do it. And so will be an no cassa. Was will be our America to say that the threat. Wait Jimmy. Around. And so he is not even fighting for the country to get the things and the money the free were American. So when our brother goes to court and the judge sits down, now I would him say, we need to me and we need the and so I no who so yes would the and then say next 2 weeks since you ever no say judge no so I can say the same thing Obeka say San Fanin kon and ameboa so Obeka say definitely only to me be ameboa and yes I no be because that is what they want to tell us, meaning they have refused to grant him bail and they will just do it. They will not allow themselves say the rule of law will work because next week 2 weeks here baby moi say the same judge as Obeka say San Fanin kon sells be and yes I no be and ameboa. It's a question. And ameboa. And it's a very important question to ask. The judge, I was one of the to me so very mandino, but the only to me so be granted the bail, or to me so be deep on you, but only to me so be jani pa konamanako. Oh, the black mind, the inferior mind of the black people, the inferior mind of our leaders. That is why we come here. We speak to you. Meaning, I always say, sir, my uncle told me something. Uncle Joseph. Well, see, look, how we wish that every Ghanaian will come and do their national service in abroad, especially UK. No, mama, that what is happening to our brother is not normal. In a country where rule of law works, the rule of law does not work. The democracy I see here practicing is a sham. It's a false democracy. And you will see majority of people out of school, no, and I'm saying a community they don't allow their minds to operate and demand that the truth and the correct thing should always be done. No. They will become poodles to political parties, leaders. This is what is happening. This is so clear. So clear. You see, let me tell you something. Say, laws are never created to accommodate vices. Laws are not created to accommodate vices, but laws are created to what? To stop vices. Yes, Shemra said it will come and accommodate vice. Yes, Shemra said, "Ebe si eye bone kwan." And this own so will be by a bonia. Yet ne famra quanum, ya try no. The man, the proper, your friend is saying, due process of the court, a take process. And he take it when he goes through all the process. That's it. You can say, okay, as some not kind of you see what differ and now would be man. Then the law works. But say you want Chrome, I see a democracy, freedom of speech. Now you constitution. Now the constitution, they catch and say nobody is above the law. Near do people court. Near catch say about your granting the bail. Near catch so young grant to bail crab because what can say. Your friend is saying court near Kangaroo court and Jenny, yeah, recently yes decision. And the decision I rescind, yes, gonna call them twist. Now, me need to be a mama, but the back grant you bill. Then when we were 2 years, they were 2 a year jail. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Wow, wish me. Mr. Lewa, comment. I need your answers. Your body a year, Jumanwa, Menimunina a year, Juma. I need your answers. Does that make sense? We saw. Timmy, does it make sense? Say court me catch and say, and some me grant you bail. Now in the course, some me grant you bail. No, me they will quack shame for 3 days. No me jaw. Now anybody be an knockers a Kangaroo court. Yes, you oh. Other na be a one who can support near Kangaroo court. Timmy, enti. Afe crowd ye me nyama bail be. Me nyang grant you bail be. Since you crowd ye, me see me need to me cry me grant you bail. Now when him say we need to me, I would grant bail. First time I buy yes, I now catch yen. I didn't think they be out by see a over court. In the next 2 weeks, in Sebano, Mr. Judge, Madam Judge, Obasabe catch and say, who need to me a grant bail? In the end, conquer them 2 weeks. This is a political prisoner, no. And they're Kufuado. The so-called human rights activists. And we have seen it. And we have all heard it. A man who touted himself said he is the human rights activist. But I want you to understand that all these things that they are doing is to ensure that they put fear into us. I'm telling you. And that is the reason why I keep preaching and talking about what? Breaking the generational curse of trauma. Because our forefathers were traumatized. The fear of that when you speak, they will be abducted. Because as I speak to you now, our brother Oliver, his father is afraid. As I speak to you now, our brother Oliver, his mother is afraid. And you cannot blame them. You cannot fault them. Yes, because by virtue of some Ghanaian, and that they grew up in a system and a culture of what? Silence. Under the culture of when you speak, the generational curse will happen to you. And so they become timid, they become fear. So I don't blame my father. I don't blame my mother, Mrs. Vomawo. I don't blame Mr. Vomawo because they know they have lived to see the days when men speak, when men spoke, they were abducted and killed. And that is the days I Kufuor the person was sad about. But I want you to understand that I can only inspire you watching me. I can only gird up your loins. I can only charge you that do not be afraid. Don't be afraid. You know, one thing that I'm learning from this Russian and Ukraine war is the bravery of the leader of Ukraine. That bravery is what I want you to be. I want you to be inspired of. Learn from the positives and not the negative. Forget about what people are saying, whether Ukraine is right or Russia is right. Do not think about who is right, but learn from the positivities. Learn something out of it. Don't learn about who is right or wrong. Learn how brave you can stand for your country when the time comes like this. Today we have heard Ghanaians in Ukraine saying that they don't want to come to Ghana. They will wish they die in Ukraine. It tells you that people are fed up of our country. This is a country that was the beacon and hope of their black race. If you don't know, let me remind you. Let me take a second and remind you that in the days of our forefathers, we stood tall among the black race, and not just the black race. We stood tall among humanity many years ago. So do not be discouraged. Do not be afraid, because that is the agenda by the President Akufo-Addo and his family. John 10:10. I have told you that is what they operate, to kill and to destroy. They never came for us to have freedom. And that is why when you speak, whether you are in America or you are in Germany or you are in UK, they will look for you because they want to keep your mouth shut. And that is what they are doing to our brother Oliver. They want to frustrate our brother Oliver. But I want you to understand that no matter what, Akufo-Addo will not turn Methuselah on the seat of governance. Akufo-Addo will not be the immortal man. He will definitely one day be called by our ancestors when the time is right. I am telling you, it is a tactic. They put fear into you. They will tell you, it is a generational curse. And that is why I keep telling you about breaking the generational curse of trauma. That trauma is what our father is going through. That is the trauma Mr. and Mrs. Vomawa are going through. Their son, they don't even know when they will allow him to come home. So the father is now crying. Now the father doesn't even know what to do. And yes, he is right to be worried. My father will be worried. My mother will be worried. Yes, of course, they get worried. You think they don't get worried? They call us and they tell us, no, are you the one to fight for Ghana? But if I don't fight for Ghana, who should fight for Ghana? During the 1960s, the French Revolution, the youth of France, they fought for their nation. They fought against the white supremacists. Go and read about it. What happened? That our sons, the youth of Ghana, don't want to fight for their country anymore. Why? If you don't fight for your country, the MPP and NDC will be rotational. They will come, go. They will be bringing their family to America. They will come here. They will bring their families to UK. They will come here, get the best system, get the best of education, and they will come back again and they will become lords over you. And when they don't understand you, do not blame them, because when they left you, all that they are used to is modern life. So that is why when they come, they don't understand that somebody is crying that they don't have tap water to drink. Because for them, where they live, their sons and daughters have choice, either to turn on the warm water or the cold water. But you and I, our brothers and sisters from Binduri, Chiana Paga, they don't have that choice. Our brothers and sisters from Nandoli Kalio, they don't have the chance to even drink clean water. They drink water with animals. So when we are speaking, it is because of you. Let us join hands together. Let us call for our country to be fixed. We are not calling for much. We are not asking much. We are not demanding something that has not been heard of. All that we are saying that there should be good roads, so that the accidents that occurs periodically, accidents that occurs will be a thing of the past. That is what we are calling for. We are saying that let there be good roads. That is all that we are calling for. We are pleading to our leaders that give us the modern facility, hospitals. We are asking our leaders that, oh, leaders, create the enabling environment that the youth can thrive. We are not asking much. Why must we be put to sell? Why must they put us in jail? Why must they imprison us? Why must they imprison us? When we are calling for our own country to be fixed, are we asking for much? Are we asking too much? If we are asking that our sons and daughters should go to school, not sit down like this, are we asking for much, Mr. President? If we are saying fix the country, it's because we came to America, we came to United Kingdom, we were in China, we were in Norway, and we saw how the sons and daughters of the kingdom live. We saw the beautiful state-of-the-art modern facilities, colleges that these children attend. Even though they do not have the timber, the rosewood. Are we asking much? What crime have we committed if we say that countries should be fixed? If a father is responsible, the father will hear us. And because of inferiority complex, the father does not hear this cry of his children. All that they hear is the voice to steal. All that they hear is the voice to leave us by and bring all the wealth that belongs to the poor and bring all the wealth that belongs to the youth. Wealth that is meant for roads, that is meant for building of houses. Wealth that is meant for us to have facilities, jobs, companies, factories. They will ensure that they transfer all the wealth to the land of the foreign, to the land of the Brits. They will ensure that they will send all the monies to the United States of America, to the Cayman Islands, and then our kids will suffer like this. Why? What has my brother done to deserve all this? What was his problem? What was his crime? Was it a crime that my brother asked that the country should be fixed? Why do we do this to ourselves? What is leadership when the nation cannot, the citizens do not feel the impact of change? What is leadership when leaders cannot bring about change? What is leadership when all that we do is to turn deaf ear to the plight of the poor? What is leadership? Why? Why don't we want the truth anymore? I thought that they said that 70% of Ghanaians are Christians. And somewhere I read in the Bible that only the truth sets man free. That is the Bible telling us. So how come that the sons and daughters, 70% of our people who read the Bible and can recite the Bible do not speak truth? How come? I am asking a lot of questions. Why must we think that it is normal for our sons and daughters to still sit under this 2021? They sit under this. I'm not here to do the bidding of John Dramani Mahama. I'm not here to do any bid for any MDC. No way. I have been a member of the New Patriotic Party for 19 good years. It was in 2019 that I said no more. And I said no more. And that I will serve and speak for the love of Ghana. When I heard that Ghana was broke in 2019, then I asked myself, I need to put on my thinking cap and demand Let the country be fixed. Today, we still sit under this condition in the 21st century. This is the situation. So what wrong did our brother Oliver? What is his crime? His crime is that he said that if the e-levy is passed, he will do a coup, meaning that he will ensure that the good thing be done through the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. When did the word ensuring that the good thing be done turn into a word of violence? But you see, in life, one thing I know is that when somebody is failing, even to his yes, when he hear any advice, he think that you are against him. And it is no wonder today the President Akufo-Addo has surrounded himself with his family and friends. And that is why Ghana, this is where we have gotten to. The sad day of Ghana happened on the 28th of February, 2022. And I'm telling you, where are we going as a nation? Where are we going as a country under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo? Where are we going? But I can only encourage you that you see, in life, let me remind you of something. That I am seeing history repeating itself in another way or in another dimension. But as a son who is very spiritual, I am seeing that the Accra riot started on the 28th of February 1948 in Accra. I hope and pray that history does not repeat itself. Today is the 28th of February 2022. Could it be that this history is about to repeat itself? Could it be the history is about to repeat itself? Because in 1948, 28th February, that is when the Accra riot began. And at that time, it was during the British colony of the Gold Coast. A protester, someone protest, a protest march by an unarmed ex-servicemen who were agitating for the benefit of veterans of the World War II was broken up by police, leaving 3 leaders of the group dead. I'm just asking myself that the riot of the 28th February 1948, today we see not a riot, but we see a sham of democracy under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. That where human beings that ought to be given or be granted bail will be refused bail. Let me tell you something. We are being led by people who do not believe in you, who do not wish you well, or that they wish that you will live in the poverty. All that they wish for you is not to see good roads. They wish that one day you will continuously beg them for bread. They wish that one day your sons and daughters will continuously live like this. This is the MPP party, led by Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia. This is what they wish for our sons and daughters. And I'm telling you, This is what is happening. Today you have seen it. That history has a way of repeating itself. Or if not repeating itself, it has a way of telling us that the 28th February 1948. So Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo did not learn anything from the 1948 riot. I'm sure if he did, they will allow the rule of law to work. They will allow that the laws should work. And as I speak to you, as a people, we should not be afraid. The days ahead is not going to be easy. The days ahead is going to be rough. But as I speak to you, I'm speaking to you that let us be bold. Let us put away the fear spirit. Let us tell ourselves that, look, no matter what, we will fight and demand that our nation be fixed so that we do not turn as destitute in the land of the foreign. As I keep telling you, that a day is coming where you and I will not feel welcome in the land of the foreign. And that is why we are saying that together, let us all add our voice and shout free Oliver. And not just by shouting free Oliver, let us demand that accountability. Let us demand that the nation Ghana will one day see the light of truth. Let us speak truth to power. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. For before a diamond becomes a diamond, or before a gold becomes a gold, it was just a debt, a stone in the debt. It has to go through a process. This is our process. If you believe in freedom fighters, this is not a time to fight us. This is not a time to fight among yourselves. This is not a time to say who is right and who is wrong, whether he said it right or he said it wrong. This is the time that we demand and support our brother to the day we see him freed. That is what a mark of a freedom fighter is. We don't go against our own. We call and demand for the good things to be done at always and at all times. And to the family of this man, Mr. Ebenezer Kojokum,
The only problem we are having are leaders. Even me as somebody, I'm saying it publicly that if they can just do mass burial for all our leaders and let we the youth start ruling, you will see that everything will go the way it should go. Our leaders are our problem. I'm telling you, they can come and arrest me. If they should kill me, 1,000 people like me will still stand in this country. So that's it.
So, abushia me ba chomo timenka. Won be say e be kan no kre no so e be kan no kre. Whether they like it or not, e be kan no kre. Ba chomo timenka. Mesre mo a mo timenka no mo mate. Yes. Womo pese, womo ye den kra no e be kasa. Can you hear me now? Abushia, can you hear me? Tiemi. So why what me can waka? Why they say what me can no maka actually? Why? Mesre mo. Okay, Vivian say edemu da ho. I don't tell Abusia. The ekosi e wo court ni nyina ne say yenua Oliver Baka Vomawo. Judge ne kire say woni tumi a obema no eye obe grant ni bail. But this was a judge no waka kire say ye be granting bail. Adan ya ye see yenua Oliver say wakoka say the Kangaroo court led by this judge out this one wondi asem ni yi. Abusia America be benchiro. It is intimidation. It is frustration. They will come after each and every one of you. It's going to get hard. It's going to get rough ahead of 2024. Just bear it in mind. Thank you so much, Tanko Yvonne, Gifty, Medamu Namasi, Fidel, Mose Emuda Wood, Medamu Namasi. It's going to get rough in 2024. Because 2024, so I want you to understand, say, we should not be discouraged. We should not be afraid. Let us continuously demand that accountability, demand for the best things to be done in our country. And may assure say, I would like to just send a link. No, I would just want to take about just 5 people. Just join it randomly. If you click on just join, share your thoughts, because we need people to come out and speak more. We need people to go on their Facebook, on Twitter, share and start demanding free Oliver. We move free up here. You call Twitter, you call. We need Twitter now or Facebook. Me sure say why we should be our Facebook. We need Facebook or YouTube. Who America, who UK, who anywhere you are. Just ensure say free Oliver campaign we enjoy. Free Oliver campaign we enjoy. Obi anywhere obe the days ahead, no, we are going to bring the days ahead, no, we are going to ensure so we mobilize 1 million Ghanaians on the street of Ghana. Yeah, Baba mobilizing 1 million Ghanaians on the street of Ghana. A man for say end to me possible. Yeah, 1 million pony, 20,000, 10,000, 5, nipa 5 crown. We are going to do a demonstration. What I'm trying to tell you is say nothing will stop us, whether the numbers or not or without numbers. We are coming out with a huge demonstration. And let me tell you something. You have a demonstration, and I be other freedom fighters. Do not be discouraged. Listen to me. Do not be discouraged. Say be now you don't see ebia obia person wunu or do not be discouraged. Emre dua akoko no obehwete efin no wasoso eburu papa ni tiemie enti. This is the plan, sir. Yeah, started ahead the year to mobilize the youth. The youth needs job, and I'm on pay. The youth needs the platform that they can also thrive, and I'm on pay. You know, Obia mun send a short video. That is very good. Send a short video. And I'm about to take some few people. Just join. Just click on the link and I'll accept you. I've got almost some few minutes to wrap up. I've got almost 30 minutes to live here. You know, into Mesremo, who got Twitter, who a Twitter handler, share, free Oliver. We are British citizen, we are American citizen, we are, a friend is saying, we are citizen, we are dual citizen, any part of the country. And sure, say you write a letter to your friend is saying, your government, your parliament. Let them know what is going on. Let them know under Akufo-Addo what is happening. That the rule of law is not working. The culture of silence is back. This is very important because friend is saying, Abena Konedumo, Nyamekemu amwa credit, mo amuta money esika, America for the ba, UK for the ba, a friend is saying, Dubai, Muslim the ba, just Germany for Timye. This is an assignment for all of us. You are included. Assignment, men can say Dr. Ren and you will not do the assignment because we are one family. And we are all ensuring, say, we do the assignment. Remember, can't tell me so if you say Dr. Ren, because or channel me video, I will ask you why your assignment. No. The assignment is simple. Our Twitter handler, go and do #FreeOliver. Now make sure, say, Uber tagi BBC, CNN, the Prime Minister of UK, the President of America, the Prime Minister of Canada, the President of a friend is saying, Spain and countries are winning tagi Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, tagi Wobia, tagi South African, a friend is saying media, tagi Nigeria, tagi Wobia, the way Nigeria for the year, NSAS, the way Nigeria for the year, NSAS, and Mabuni Babontini. And the police brutality, you see, about from Nigeria, it is because some people sacrificed. Amnesty International, everybody, assignment when you're Dr. Ren, any freedom fighters, face the country. We are all freedom fighters, we are all face the country. Ye leader into Kamu, and more being now. Said, man, I shimeshi, a friend is saying, and the man who a shaman team, my bemobu, memma bemumbu. Also, a leader. That is why, my baby, I'm saying, make followers to become leaders, and leaders become agents of change. And God created you in a special way. Aisha, God created you in a special way. Obefia, God created you in a special way. Jikanza, God created you people in a special way. Tanko, so do not be afraid. Yeah, those one they are afraid. Akufo-Addo kotena TV so wo ayabrochimemu e ka kira mo say de ntia ya ngi trumu say e mabru ne mboa o ma no so mo petrumu die na mo ba na mo petrumu die a obeji atum etianso mboa ya no because Akufo-Addo ye boa ya no a wosuro enu ntina mo attack a friend say Oliver no. They think say Oliver is the head of Fixthecountry. Oliver is not the head. He's a convener to say me no be enu. So let us show love. To Oliver and be about to Dr. Ren and I get to I'm to Dr. Ren and get to a year Augustina Tibie. It mesremo mesremunina a Kabla Augustine mesremunina. This message is not for only me and all of us. Muntien you. We need you see we have to understand say Africa is looking up to you and I. Africa is looking up to Ghana. The reason why Africa has not found its, a friend is saying, in its tune, Africa has not found its way to the land of prosperity is because Ghanaians have failed Africa. We were the ones that told the African countries to come out of slavery. We were the ones that told the African countries to gain independence. In a way, we were the ones that started the calling of what? Independence. So Africa still look up to us. The African nations are looking up to the Ghanaian. We cannot fail them. So we need to demand our country to be fixed so that when we stand on our grounds, we can rally all the African countries together. Timie, do not be like the person or TV or the infano. kasa fa ho a na tsunami ni ba ebeba be fa tibie ti de make can say munyina let us add our voice because abrofo no omuhunu say yenyina mabunu na sorry a they will understand us tibie iti mesremo yenyina ye fight no mema ne koye say enkofo kakra bi na fight yenyina yen sorry yen demand say the nation our country should be fixed mesrew we are Ghana ni obapa medase mama ba freedom fighters ye do tibie mama yenyina yen demand say our nation must be fixed. Do not be afraid. Let us speak truth to power. And then DWT before omafa yensem no DWT before I then omafa yensem na ye ka no yensem a ye ka say ye ensure say o my Ghana no ebetimi afa ne ntoma pa efra no a ekufu ado ye kan no wache ye no ene tibie o call Twitter me handle no Dr. Ren wo de o type a o call Twitter onya bot Dr. Ren a me wo ho enu ane say wo de onya bot Twitter Dr. Ren me wo ho onya bot type we say ya me wo ho tag me yen share the messages no yema message no enrich far yema message nya de enkwachi. That is the only solution. That is the only way. TME. Because we cannot stay in a country when people speak, now it becomes a problem. Yen timi na krom Ghana. E ma say ye bibia no ye be kasa. Na afedi ehunehuna. TME. Enti ene me no ka say DWTV. O ma samom de aba. Mamehwe. Odi memo de ana mahwe se betimi e de atoa ama mo nyina mahu sema DWT before abisa. A very very important question and omo de omubusa. And it's about time ye nyina asema DWT be no mo kan ye mo say 19 hours ago. Or say journalists and civil society activists who speak their mind about public figures. Who speak their mind about public figures are being hauled off to courts in Ghana. This recent spate of arrest, and prosecutions has many worried. Is free speech a crime in President Akufo-Addo's Ghana? And known as DWT before Ebusa. DWTV. Asemwa womo Ebusa no. Ti mesre mo Germany for ya de. Ye nuanu ma mo ti Germany, Australia for mo ya de pa. Australia for mo bo adwuma. UK for mo bo adwuma, UK for Bismarck nyakon nyameke abena mo ya de. Mo support it. Mo bua yen. Mesre mo a ye nuanu ma mo di donations aba benya bote, e benya time, e be bo mo nyina mo din aka ne nyina kire Ghana fo nyina. Ya so aye hihye eni so aye hihye ntina ya ise yen kasai no ye dijuma bebre mrante no so bo ya adwuma munim se adwuma bi eni ho ma wo mo kakran no amode ba ene ye de so ya se ye de boaboa ya because we are calling for our country to be fixed. TBA. It is a wo hwe me a ye meka kire woni say one wo Twitter account bomodin a ukọ a de obetimi aye no ye maye de obetimi aye no ye maye wo de wo samfo yin we a bomodin ana fato na de obetimi aka ne say free Oliver wo de ase ye kono me won chiro bi a me chiro na timie ye won chiro bi a be start a be ka kire mo na master ti a mo be tag na my de ma chiro because ehun be hia ye papa ehun be de ebe hia ye nti e be kire mo demonstration so emre ni do a ye nyina no ebia ye be ma chi akoka kire UK for say ye be sere wo mo anda Akufo-Addo we are Dutch well for a by very good. She said, I can kind of know. Into Omobusa is free speech a crime in President Akufo-Addo's Ghana? To me, is a crime. And that is the reason why Yebra Oliver and Nakwako to Efiason. What do you say? Sapepepe. Timeslemua. Free speech under President Akufo-Addo is what? Is a crime. TMA. Janet is will be the same question. And then T. Mrantia Hine. On also Ewaha, or the Austin Abuaje. Intimeslemo. Yena Yanone Yede air cassette or mine NCC. We may agree, sometimes we may disagree, but that is not a fight. The bigger fight is to ensure we eradicate poverty. We eradicate, your friend is saying, streetism. We eradicate, your friend is saying, diseases through malaria. We eradicate, your friend is saying, corruption. And I say corruption, so TMA. These are the fight, the bigger fight. The bigger fight is not why we're free north and now free south and now free east and now free west. The bigger fight is to ensure our sons and daughters will not go through this. This is the fight. This is a fight. This is our fight. Papa we dia we MPP ni. Mesrem wa mo kompa bu mo nkai. We nya stroke. We MP. Emma a friend say Ahanta West. Yesi we nya stroke. Enti we no address afo kra free America background no 11 kra yem pass because papa we no we -1. Akufo-Addo mo omo say omo de odi ma me fancy one day remember because story we me wo yache me wo story yache papa we yare papa MPP ni o yare serious mom pa o yare very very serious onya stroke mom pa ni anu ma mo hwe me mom pa e ma papa we what they say we say munya de mon kind of problem ni dey Mr. Ebenezer Kojokun President Akufo-Addo picture na bonechi o yare wonya stroke adwene no cry say ekọ off kakra ti wono ntimi ba parliament what they say ti mesremo Nana Kwame say me type okay Nana Kwame me type information no ma copy no ma paste wo mo platform no so why mesremo enti mesremo wo de wo 30 seconds video na wa share and now what tag me na ma share on my page why munya videos free Oliver ukwa we just send a video who Fix the Country t-shirt share who ni Fix the Country t-shirt who t-shirt kokwa na wo Ghana t-shirt bi who anything Ghana who dey share who ni anything Ghana kwa don't worry yourself but ade bi akekese ye nko ye beauty pageant adwuma who white kwa share now dey video no now can maybe uka German kasa kan German kasa uka French ka French uka aibe aka aibe uka aye Hausa aka Hausa uka nzma aka nzma uka asante ka language a utimi ebetimi express on freely enya by force obeka brofo so utimi express on brofo mu freely a je ne brofo utimi ya ne French a je ne French be di bi sene ama ye nuanu mo wo eye Guinea Mali Ghana for ma tu kwan ba bia South Africa Nigeria ye dey call. If I say we ask for you, what is happening in our country? That freedom of speech and the Akufo-Addo, once you speak, they will arrest you. And that is a fact. Dear Bushiafo, Anna Medemobesi. TBA. I see you can get the t-shirt on GH Fix the Country page. What do I say? Mesremwa. Ote aye Norway now can Norwegian kasa dun trotro tut omkasa na trotro I say omkasa na trotro Norwegian for kasa ubisa Joyce obeka trotro it's a kingdom ya wo akra na ewo gem ayi Norway you stand a chance to get 100,000 Norwegian sika what you say Yewu akra, but yewu akra na wo Ghana. Yenya wo wa odeka. Yewu akra na osu nge odeka 12,000 Ghana cedis. Akufo-Addo adaroma. Akra bia be woni bia odeka 12,000. Yewu akra e wo Norway a wondeka wo sika $100,000. Yewu akra na osu e wo Norway a temie. Yewu akra e wo Norway na osu It akora bi aba no we bia no osere. Ba ya wo akona so hey what the cat 12,000 Ghana kona kotua. Ya wo akoda no what the cat 12,000 ekufu ado the fu wi mhyan. Sanity. What do you say? 100,000 the knock. Ya wo akoda pepepe. Na wusu no way. 100,000 knocks. Sikao. Ya wo fufro no fresh baby. Usika no. And so ya wo akra fresh baby. What do ya wo ha? Mama nchiro. Ya wo ha say. Ya wo ha say ya. What de ka? Ya wo ha. What de ka?
System serious. Patients lying on the bare floor. Bare floor, no mattress, nothing to receive health care. In modern Ghana, this is so serious. Mother and baby on the floor, bare floor, no mattress. A newborn baby, day 0 on the floor. This is serious. In modern day Ghanaian healthcare, something has to be done. A newborn baby and the mom on the bare floor. This is so bad. So bad. Even no mattresses. Someone lying on a bench, a table, no mattress, a table, newborn mothers on the bare floor. Modern day Ghanaian healthcare system, something has to be done. This is Menchia Government Hospital right here in Kumasi. This is bad.
Abusia weye Menchia Hospital. O tumfo krob ya sante kotoko ne mpeswa so hospital e homponi o. Ene abusa ho se omo ewo mo bontebo. Bunkpurugu yoyo. Ayi friend say half asni. Ayi fabode betumi chok. Chichire. Wo mo so de de ene lawu nko a ba ye wo abrochire a. Ye wo abrochire. Ti say Norway. 100,000 knock at our account. And the akwanya ba ya no osre. Ba ya wo baby ya. Oh, Lord have mercy. Na usu usa deka. Baby e kwa wo. Na usa deka. Abusia. Medi wie no mame nka enkranhya sem bi enkyere wo efa yenua Oliver ho. Emra oba police station edi ne bedu ye. Wo hwe police fo etu omukura live bullets, guns a omukura. But the enua no the Ghana flag na to ne komu. This sound say we say me share me dwumadi na se no. Ana me so be a medium ni kire wo say we are all involved into a culture say arise Ghana youth for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold the Let us all unite. We need to unite and fight because divided we fall. United we stand tall. Let us unite and let us ensure. And yama kakra assignment kakra mde atu weni no. Mumiyenye videos. Mo fan send me posti freedom fighters. We will advise our freedom fighters to colleagues to also post. What do you say? Men can't tell them there. We the minimum they didn't come. You didn't come on. Yeah. When some about what sugar drop no or any David will fire out a free shows a tiakun acid a qual 44 nana shady a GH or ni wa say yan koneni ni ninko ni Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I thought you were on, in the air going to Ukraine.
No, not yet.
Yeah. I know you've heard about what has happened. What's your take on what went on today at the court, the district court, Ashaman?
To be honest with you, I'm really frustrated with the whole thing. To be honest with you, because can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
It's frustrating because it seems like obviously there's two different kinds of justice systems working. One for the rich and the powerful, and one for the downtrodden. You know, and it's really sad. I don't understand how we have a president who came into power promising to protect the public purse. Somebody who came into power saying he was a human rights lawyer, correct?
Yes.
And today he's doing exactly what he fought against 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And for me, the most frustrating part is the rest of the world don't know what's going on in Ghana, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They really don't know. So there has to be some sort of a breakthrough for the rest of the world to know what's going on, because they praise this man. They hold him high like he's some sort of a messiah. To be honest, people think that Akufo-Addo is a great president who's going to lead Africa out of the darkness or dark ages. He's actually putting us deeper into the dark ages. So, and for them to put Oliver in jail and put him in a court that is not of competent jurisdiction. They say it's not the right court to address the issue. So
but they keep sending him there.
Right. You have a right to jail him and keep him in prison, but you don't have a right to give him bail.
Yeah.
So which one is it? You can't speak from both sides of your mouth. You know, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're saying they don't have the jurisdiction to be able to give him bail, but they have the jurisdiction to keep him in jail. So which one is it? Right? And I can only imagine how Oliver feels right now, how frustrated he feels, how helpless he feels, because it seems like anybody who can speak for him is not even allowed to.
Yeah.
And you know, what is the way out? That's identity. That's the next thing we have to ask. What is the way out for Oliver? First of all, and second, because I just got done speaking to somebody who is in Ghana, is considered middle class. I'm like, why are you guys not speaking up? And the person blatantly told me, listen, everybody for themselves, they have to find a way to survive themselves. So what business do they have speaking out? I'm like, as long as our people have this mentality, we're never gonna get out of it. Because like you and me, we're already out of that system. We are living in places where we have an opportunity to do well for ourselves. So we're fighting for the people who feel so powerless, to be honest with you. They feel completely powerless. So, and I'm jumping around, but I'm just so frustrated because I feel like my voice from here, how far can it really truly travel? You know, when the people in the situation down in Ghana feel so powerless and feel so afraid to speak up for themselves, because they're afraid of being targeted. They're afraid of going to jail. They're afraid of losing their jobs. Because in Ghana today, if you don't know anybody, you probably won't get a job. So if you get a job, go ahead.
And no, not to cut you, say. You see, this same thing that you are raising is a very important, point. And let me bring your mind on something that has happened in Nigeria. So years ago, when the energy sector, when Ghana built the Akosombo Dam, so other leaders were also calling for dams to be built in Nigeria so that they could have a lot of electricity. What happened was that leaders started siphoning the monies that was meant to build dams so that they can generate electricity power for them, so that at least people can have electricity to go about their normal business. So what they did was that they started investing in other things that was not really relevant at that time. And people seemed unconcerned. Leaders at that time, you know, people that could have their voice, people that knew the truth, who could speak the truth. They stop speaking the truth because they seem like, we don't care. If I have my money, I'll go and buy a generator. I'll go and buy a generator. And quite recently, I met one diplomat from Nigeria. He was saying that I've heard about the Fix the Country that the youth in Ghana are doing. And he is applauding us, and he wished that one day the Nigerian youth will learn sense from it. And all that he was saying that they did not, stood up at that time to fight for dams to be built. And now look, when you go to Lagos, everybody has a generator, and it's creating a lot of pollution.
Yeah.
Noise, a lot of noise. And he will wish that they could have,
spoken up back
at that time. And it's the same way in Ghana. People are thinking that, why should we talk? But the fact that if you don't talk, you have to understand that whether or not, if you don't talk, this is what is going to happen to you on Accra Kumasi Road. This is what is going to happen. You are going to die because of bad roads. So if you talk or you don't talk, you are going to die.
You're going
to talk so that the right thing be done. So that's what I wanted to chip in.
Yeah, I mean, if like you're saying, if you don't speak up today, you're going to regret later. It's a fact. It's a fact. If you don't speak up today and do the right thing today, if you might not live to live through those hard times again, but your children will.
That's it.
And if you allow the government to keep stealing from the people, guess what? Tomorrow, the children of those poor people will end up stealing from your kids.
Yeah.
They'll end up robbing your kids. You'll end up killing your kids. So in actuality, what we are doing today is trying to save the future of Ghana, because we can see what's going to take place when people get to the point of desperation.
Exactly.
I remember about 10, 15 years ago when they were robbing and stealing phones like it was nothing.
Yeah.
It kind of calmed down. It's starting to come back.
That's true.
Because guess what? I mean, at the end of the day, what the government is creating is a bunch of desperate, violent people in the future. Because if you don't have, you're gonna find a way to get. So this is for us, for the government. They should appreciate what we are doing today, because we are warning them of the future. We're not encouraging any violence. We're not encouraging anything wrong. But what we're saying is, you're literally, what you're doing is you're growing, like it's like planting trees and watering it. What they're doing is watering those trees of hunger, of anger, of desperation, and of nuisance. And eventually it's going to uproot. What we're doing today is a service to the country and the government today. And they have to see it that way. We are actually helping them to stop something that's almost inevitable if they keep at this rate. So I don't know. It's frustrating. It's maddening, because you're speaking, you're raising the roof and saying, listen, there's a fire down the lane. There is anger down the road, and the betterment of Ghana today relies on us recognizing the things that are going wrong and trying to fix them. And for some reason, these people do not see. It's not they don't see, they don't care. Sometimes I get frustrated when people say that Akufo-Addo and his government are stupid. They're not. They just don't care about us. They don't care about the people. And maybe, yes, there's a little bit of stupidity involved in it, because if somebody's warning you there's a fire down the road and you refuse to try to solve the problem, maybe you're a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stupid, but I guess it's a different kind of stupidity. I mean, like it's not purposeful stupidity. They just don't, for some reason, they're visionless, like you always say, they're visionless leaders. And there's absolutely no integrity in these people. None whatsoever. So that's a little bit I could add. But today I was a bit excited when Shady was saying that there's a possibility that he might come out, and then it kind of dampened all our spirits when we realized that they're not gonna do it, because they just want the ones to. They don't care.
So from the beginning, that was when the judge started reading the his statement in court. That was the impression, and later on, he says that there was a little break. The break You know what happens.
Phone calls from above came through. Oh my God. Orders from above came through, and
that is when my brother was shouting, "It's a kangaroo court."
It is. Is this a show? It's a show.
Yeah.
They're not trying to actually come up with anything tangible. They just want to siphon the voices of the youth. That's
it.
That's exactly what they're doing with Alva. It's supposed to be a lesson for us to shut up. It's supposed to be a lesson for us to keep quiet and accept what is given to us. But this is not that age anymore. We're not. They're fortunate that those of us outside who feel so passionate about this are outside. And that's the way they want to keep it. That's the way they want to keep it. Because once they do that to Oliver, guess what? Then myself, Nee, you, Dr. Rand, will not want to come home.
That's it.
They want to keep us all mute. What I mean, I don't understand. Listen, either they listen to us today or they're going to listen to us tomorrow. They can't. There's a quote that says, You could stop something you can stop many different things, but you can't stop spring. Meaning that you might be able to kill this tree today, this flower tomorrow, but you can't stop all these trees from springing up and bringing and glory one day. And I'm telling you, I appreciate what you guys are doing. I appreciate what every member of this this movement is doing, because eventually we stick to it, we will win. We might not meet that day ourselves, but our kids will meet that day. This will not stop. This will not stop. So, hey, let's not lose hope. When a whole system is trying to jail one person because of the movement, you understand that they understand this is a great movement.
That's it.
They wouldn't spend any energy on stopping us if they didn't believe this was a great movement. They didn't think that this movement can do greater things than they're doing.
That's it.
So I want to encourage everybody listening to you, everybody who's involved in this movement, don't stop. Don't lose hope. You're doing the right thing. One day we will be vindicated for what we're doing today for Mother Ghana. We will be vindicated one day.
Thank you so much, Nee. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope the next flight you'll be on your way to Ukraine. All right, Sonia.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yes. That was Nee. This is one of our freedom fighters. He's also, in the American. He's also a military man in the US. So look, like he said, if the movement that we are all involved in is not right, they will not fight us. Okay? What we are doing is something great. Hey, many American kasa is a bro for us. Hey, rather than go. Now let me back to me angasa me kasa. Emphasis also. Because we are demanding say a cronian ye na dachi. Ye mebunua. Ye mabawa ye nkwada saati bia ya omutimu no ye be yi omafrim. Yankasa ye ntimi yi omfri saati bia we. Yankasa ye ntimi yi nuanom ma mfri saati bia we. E de nwan sorry nantwie ene ye nuama ene nsuo ba. Eti ye se kasa. Eno na ye nua we kokasa ya wenya asem. Sani etie bia embu ya bem. Eno ntie embu ya bem no DWTV omafa omubusa se Kufuado ene freedom of speech under him be inspired, be encouraged, and understand that Ghana ebeye tiemie pa what I say and to the American in actually say look send your tibia o mind ebeye ya na efrem ni omi enu so yanka ya no antum na ebie ya no na ye kasa se yenya nuoma ye ni ehye nuoma ye etoda ya no befom etoda ya no betia mpanyfo but emma enhwe ano na afom no ana ano na etia mpanyfo na mo hwe nyansa no e wa ba asem na ye kanem eno ene betumi abo amenu mi no ena na dwi me da se sa wo je bre na wo tie me Dr. Ren de bia sa me ka no Nyansa nyina ni bitrim wa wo hwe me so wo nyansa. It mesre wa don't keep your knowledge to yourself. Don't keep the wisdom to yourself. Make sure say you share it with us. We need all of you on board. We need all of you on board to ensure that together we will stand tall and fight against any dictatorship we are experiencing today. Thank you. God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever and ever. And I'm sure Unimino Ebeyabine say yes.
Nana Duamamui, Papa ye Brancasa, and my Unamane, Aquam, Yamen Quanin, Nana Duamamu, crap, Wamaya one, Sibia, Sikaye Yabi, Nana Dumiduname, Papa Noyafun.
This is one of the things that will go up definitely. Kinky and bread. This one. You see the fish here? This fish used to be sold from what my colleagues did. But let's start with the kinky. This bottle of kinky here. You see here, used to be sold at 1 cedi. 1 cedi. This is last October. Today, this one is 2 cedis. We bought it for 2 cedis. So we have 4 cedis of kinky here. So that tells you a story already. Times are hard. 1 cedi in October, 2 cedi in February. Think about that. This is 3 cedis. Is it? 3 cedis. And we used to buy it for what? And last year by June, 1 cedi 50 pesos. 1 cedi 50 pesos. Look at this. 3 cedis. So that is the story. This is going to affect you. Moody's, S&P, and Fitch downgrade directly affecting you. Your kinky is going to be affected. That is fundamentally the story I want you to appreciate. Because you've been hearing Fitch, Moody's, what does it mean to you? This is what it means to you, has an impact. Government can't cushion you. Fuel prices are going to go up. They can't do anything because the fiscal space is constricted. And so you're going to be paying more. 1 cedi in October, 2 cedi in February. 3 cedi now. In June, we're paying this for 1 cedi 50 pesos. That's the story of kinky, by the way, and I love kinky. I'm gone, so you know what I'm talking about. But what about bread? Those of you who like bread, this is bread. Huge loaf of bread. This, by the way, is 10 cedis now. 10 cedis in February. Do you know how much it was just last year in June? The lady we bought it from said last year he was selling it for 7 cedis. Today, she's selling it for 10 cedis. I am not saying it is because directly of it, because that was recently done, by the way. But what I'm saying is, going forward, it is going to get worse.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away. It's the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away.
Na sawote konkoya na trafa samaba.
Unim say wo omampanyi na Akufo-Addo
menim nya dia me ga me menim ka bo say omampanyi wo Ghana kroma bi say Akufo-Addo no pass na ga cho e bi apisi papa e bi aso no de oni mo bi say de me ji
it is unim say wo omampanyi e friend na Akufo-Addo okay omampanyi o hwe yeso ye friend say
e hwe yeso
yeah
Ghana obi a hwe obi so wo Ghana kroma
God is our fighter. God is our fighter. Africa.
Helele iyo, si helele mama. Helele iyo, si helele mama. Helele iyo, si helele mama.
100 today. God is our fighter.
Africa. Helele iyo.